What's good? The corn down lockdown. No, it's not funny. But no, serious. We're here. We got some Yeezys 08, 10 Air Yeezys. You guys seen these many a times. You guys know what we do. If you don't, we bring kicks back to life. What we're gonna do is sole swap these, or shall I say, midsole swap these Yeezys. What we're gonna do is remove the bottom sole, the midsole, disconnect it from the upper, take it off, replace the midsole, repaint it white, give it that nice NuLife finish, and get these joints right back on the ground and get them wearable. I'm gonna take you guys through the process a little bit, showing you how easy or how hard this could be. I'm just showing you how we do it. There's a million different ways you can remove soles. We only use one method. Now we use a few methods, but for this method, we're gonna use heat. I'm gonna take the heat gun. This is probably our 5th heat gun this year. We've been blowing out of this one. This is like a really cheap one. It costs 25 bucks, man. I do need to upgrade. If it blows out this time, then we definitely gonna upgrade. So bear with me. This is actually the first shoe that we're heating with this. So we just unds this heat gun, so to speak. But yeah, what you want to do is make sure that you're not too close to the shoe. That's the key thing. If you're too close, you will create irreversible damage. Burning the shoe, you will most likely have to replace the material that you burnt in order to efficiently or effectively repair it, with a real flawless finish. So we're going to keep our distance and we're going to be patient adding heat to this Yeezy. What we want to do on the sides is really just loosen the glue. Once we start seeing the uppers really start peeling back, once we put a little pressure on it, then we're going to know it's good to move on to the bottom soles. Bear with me. I'm doing both sneakers at once. You hear it? You hear it? You hear it hissing? Sound like it's about to give out on me, man. You just got this gun. Come on, baby. It's gonna take a little while. I'm gonna flip them out on the inside, so you can hear the inside on the outside. I'm just gonna keep spinning. Alright, I'm gonna probably have to grab some gloves because this thing is getting a little hot over here. Yeah, man, I had to get some gloves. My fingers was getting a little hot. Should have had those on for protection to begin with. Remember, safety first. Safety first. Some key things you also want to look out for is you really want to pay attention to the leather, the suede, the patent leather that's on the strap. You just want to pay attention to the material of the sneaker. If it's actually getting a little too hot, you'll start to see it like shrink a little bit. You know what I mean? That would mean that it's too close or you're already putting too much heat. So with a lot of experience doing this, I take my time. I don't rush it. I keep a nice distance, and I just let the heat do its thing. Some other ways. Let me tell you about this time. I remember early in my career of restoring sneakers, I was doing my first sole swap on a pair of Bordeaux 7s, OGs, and I remember trying to remove the donor sole from the 7s. They were some Orlando 7s, I remember, never forget. But it was more of a concept to me that I tried to make sense of rather than actually seeing it done and then trying to do it. Like, people wasn't on YouTube doing this. There wasn't anyone that I had seen swapping soles. I just kind of figured that it was possible. Later on, of course, I knew that other people were swapping soles. So anyway, I had no experience, no idea how to actually get the sole off. So I did a number of things. Soaked them in acetone. That was the first thing I did. I actually used heat, but the heat really wasn't working well. The heat was just like, maybe I was too close. I mean not too close, but maybe I didn't give it enough heat. But I had a hard time just removing it with heat. So I used a little bit of acetone, and then I poured acetone in the shoe. I saw it started to remove a little bit, but there were still parts that were attached to the shoe. So I took the heat gun and I put the heat onto the shoe after I poured the acetone in, and then the shoe caught on fire. And I had to grab the shoe, pick it up, and run it outside, man. This is like right in one of the bedroom in my house, man. And that was most definitely an experience that taught me never to. I mean, this is obvious. It's like putting gasoline on your drawers and lighting them up. You know, putting alcohol on your pants is ethanol. You know, it's alcohol, and it's definitely flammable. So, propanol, isopropanol, all that. It's flammable. But yeah, most definitely a learning experience. End up not even completing the swap and having to go back to the drawing board on how to get some soles apart. And that was way back in 2012, maybe early 2012. We weren't even swapping soles then. So just letting you guys know, you know, keep on practicing on the craft. You know, make it make sense. Trial and error is going to give you, is ultimately going to yield you the victory of being able to find a solution to that problem, you know, that you have. So keep on working, man. Take notes. There's science all around us. There's an order of operation that we must follow in order to have success, you know, doing things. So over the time, we've created an order of operations. We created a system, you know, within our processes that allows us to be consistent with the quality and results of our services. So there's always room to improve. We're continuing to look at areas, you know, where we can be better. So for those people who've done business with us way back when we first started in comparison to now, I'm sure you can see the improvements, and we appreciate, you know, the support, you know, this far, man. But it's been a journey, man. It's amazing, man. 8 years in the game, pretty much like an OG. There are cats that was here before me that ain't even here no more. And there are cats that was here when I was here that are still here. So shout out to some of my OGs out there, that whole Air Legends team. Man, that was great times. Tragic. Vic Almighty doing his thing. John Milano doing his thing. I see y'all, man. Keep on moving. Keep on, you know, being leaders in the industry. You know, setting the standard, you know, how things, you know, should be done, like, correctly or efficiently. You know what I mean? We don't want to be leading these young guys the wrong way, man. Trust me, man. We done seen some of these before and afters, like, or these projects, these inquiries, like, hey, man, I watched this YouTube video, man, and I did exactly what he said, and this is what happened. And I'm like, man, you unfollow that dude, unsubscribe to that dude. Like, hello, man. We coming out with the in the lab with NuLife kicks, man. We're not necessarily just, you know, trying to correct everybody, but, you know, we really just trying to show you guys our methods of doing things, man. So don't believe everything you see or watch on TV, man. But we trying to get y'all the real, man. We trying to get y'all some truth behind it, man. All right, I haven't been keeping time, but we've been at this for about a good 10, 12 minutes or so. Adding heat to the outer soles, trying to separate these uppers or the bottom sole from the upper without damaging the upper. Like I said, you just want to make sure that, like, you start seeing the shoe separate. Bring it in a little bit. Come in a little bit. You see that? See how I can peel that? It's coming apart very easy. All right, that's how you know that we good on the uppers, man. We might not even have to add heat to the bottom right now, but check that out. It's peeling. You don't really want to add acetone on these. Sometimes we would add a little acetone to break some bonds, but specifically on this pair, You do not want to add any acetone color matching that. It would be a nightmare, and just the vintage, just the you know, the rarity of the sneaker, man. You want to keep everything as OG as possible. Alright. Alright. Bottom sole probably gonna peel right off. And that's nice. Yeah, man. Could add a little more heat or a little more. I don't want to put too much stress on the sneaker. When you're pulling, you really want to be gentle with it. You don't really want to put too much force on it. You really want to be smooth with it. If the sneaker isn't just coming apart like on its own, like literally peeling like a banana, you need to add a little more heat. This right here, I can see like the bonds, they still may be a little tight, but I mean, I can still get it off like without doing too much, putting too much stress on the sneaker. All right, we good. We can knock that off real easy. We want to get that off too, but right there, I mean, I'm good with that. Clean around all the sides. Wow. Same thing here. See, you got a little bit of patent leather cracking that was there prior to. Those are things you got to be careful of. Soles removed. We're going to be back a little bit later showing you guys what's next. Thank you.